You really need to analyze your fear. What is your fear? Now I'm going to give you some solution by which you can improve yourself. You can overcome from this problem. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mansi and today in this video I'm going to talk about the fear of speaking English. So many you says like I have fear and I can't able to speak in English with anybody. So the fear of speaking, that's why I am not able to speak English. I know lots of things about English. I know lots of many things about English, but still I am not able to speak English because of my fear. So first of all, friends, I would like to say you really need to analyze your fear. How you analyze your fear? How would you analyze your fear? Like you really need to know what is your fear. What are your fears? So many people are having fear. Like if I talk about myself, before 2 months or 3 months I was never able to speak English language because I thought like if I say something, definitely I will say wrong. I was not confident. I was not confident while speaking English. So I prefer to keep myself silent. That was my fear. So you need to analyze your fear. What is your fear? What are your fears? Like, do you have one fear or do you have more fear? So you really need to know this. And if you have so many problem while speaking English, this is also a fear. If you think like if I say something, I will definitely say wrong. This is also a fear, and I can say this is a lack of confidence. Okay. And third thing, you don't want to face audience. You don't want to face people. Am I right? So these are fears. And if you go to school, if you are a student of college student or school student, you don't want to come out from your comfort zone. You don't try to speak in this language. You never try to speak in this language. If you try regularly now, then you will be able to speak in this language in few months. Trust me guys, few months. So without saying anything in English, without analyze your fear, without speaking in this language, you will never know what is your fear. What are your fear? Do you have one fear or do you have so many fears? When you feel hesitate while speaking English, what is your problem? You will never know until or unless you speak out. So you really need to speak out English. You really need to analyze your level of speaking. You really need to speak out English sentences. You really need to analyze your English. You really need to analyze your fear. What is your fear? Like so many people says like I don't have lots of collection of vocabulary. So that is their fear of vocabulary. So and so many people says like I don't have guts to speak in front of anybody. So that is also a fear. And if you go to school, like if your English teacher is saying something in English, obviously English teacher always speak in English. So you never try to speak with your teacher in English language. You always prefer to speak in Hindi language, in your mother tongue. So this is also a fear. This is your fear. So what you can do to come out your fear? So I'm going to give you some solution by which you can come out from your comfortable zone, from your fear. What you do? You always try to hold your fear. You never try to lose your fear. You always try to hold your fear very tightly. And this fear of speaking, fear of saying any single word in this language, this will take you in a comfortable zone. And this will not allow you to speak a single word in front of anybody. So many people says like I'm not able to speak in front of my parents. I'm not able to speak in front of my siblings. I'm not able to speak with myself. So this is also a fear. This is also a fear. So now I'm going to give you some solution by which you can improve yourself. You can overcome from this problem. So friends, first of all, I would like to say, don't lose your opportunities. You get so many opportunity during a day. Yes, which kind of opportunity I will tell you later. So don't lose opportunity that you are getting to speak, that you are getting to speak in English language. So don't lose any opportunity that you are getting right now. Like if you are a student, I have told about a student, so I'm telling about this. If you are a student, college student or a school student, this is a best opportunity to speak out in this language. You have so many classmates, am I right? You have 40 or 50 classmates, so you can do practice with any student, with any classmate. So try to speak in this language. They are also like you. You are thinking like they are very good in English. What if I do mistake? What they will think? They are also thinking the same thing. They are also thinking about others. What if I do mistake? What if I make mistake? So all people are thinking the same things about other people. Like what if I do make my mistake? What if I am not continue my conversation with others? What if I not able to speak English? What if I do fumble? So don't think about these things. They will never allow to speak in this language with anybody. So if you are a student, just start speaking with teachers, with classmates, with your friends, with everyone. This is the best time to learn, to start learning this language. This is the best time. This is the best opportunity. Students have a best opportunity to learn any language. Any language you can learn easily because you are teenagers and teenagers learn anything quickly. So try to speak in this language. And second thing, if you are sitting in meeting, just try to speak in this language. Try to speak. Don't try to do full conversation in English. If you feel hesitate, if you are thinking about others, just try to use some sentences. Try to use few sentences with your colleagues, with your boss. Just try to speak few sentences. And if you are going to restaurant for having dinner or lunch, just try to talk with waiter. You can talk about food with waiter. So this is also best opportunity then you can use to improve your English, to start your English journey. And last thing what you can do, if you don't have these opportunities, like you are not working, you are not a student, and you are not go anywhere, just you live at home all the time, just try to speak with yourself. This is the best way to start your journey of speaking English. I have told you this so many times in my previous video. Start your journey with yourself. There is no need to other people to speak in this language. There is no need to others. You are enough to yourself. Like if I talk about myself, I had no one to speak in this language. Yes, I always try to talk with myself. Like if I was cooking, I always try to talk with myself. If I was mopping, if I was sweeping, I always try to do conversation with myself. I ask question, I give a reply to myself. So always try to do conversation with yourself. This is a best opportunity to talk with yourself. Stand in front of mirror and try to speak out English. And what you can do, if you are not comfortable to talk with yourself, because sometimes we feel like if someone asks some question, then I can reply, then I can try to reply others, then I can start my journey. So sometimes we need other people to start our conversation, to start our journey to speak English. So try to make call randomly at any unknown number. Just try to make calls. I used to do this to start speaking in this language when I was not aware about any speaking apps. Then I used to make call to unknown number, and I started speaking in this language. So this is also best idea to improve your English, to start your journey of speaking. So yeah, these are very basic and very useful trick by which you can start your journey. You will never know what is your fear, what are your fear, unless you speak out. So start speaking in English and try to make some sentences. Try to speak small sentences. Yes, pick some ready-made sentences. Try to repeat again and again, and those sentences will stuck in your mind and you will never forget. And try to use those sentences in your daily conversation. There is no need that the situation will happen, then I will say those sentences. No, try to speak with yourself. If you are learning something, try to speak out along with yourself. This is the best way to improve yourself, to start speaking in this language. So yeah, that's all for today's video. If you really like this video, then like, share, and please subscribe to the channel, and see you in next one. Till then, bye bye.